Player here, and this is the new episode of the PvP metagame in Transformers Battle Tactics. And this time I want to talk about the Lord Starscream effect and how it did impact to the current metagame of this game. And first of all, if you don't know what Lord Starscream does, he's the first epic tier transformer which has team evade, and it's 30%. So it basically changes the meta a bit, because we did have the meta where people tried to only use multi-strike on first turn and then finish off the game with the first strike on second turn, so you can act before the other player and finish off the already weakened transformers. And here is one example of how the meta did work before Starscream rewards came in a few days ago. And basically everybody wanted to hit the multi-strike or napalm on first round to make as much damage as possible. And after the first round you simply just rely on your luck and try to finish the game off with the higher first strike than the other player. Because everybody is already down 80 hit points, you usually kill one or two of the other players' transformers on the second round if you can get the first strike. Of course that could change if the other player is using heavy armor team like Slug and War for Cybertron, Optimus Primes and stuff like that. But usually the game did go that way, that in second round the first striker basically finished off the game. And here is typical round one. Both of us are doing as much damage as we can, and on the second round we are hoping for the first strike. Well, my team didn't have that many first strikers. I did try to play with the 3 first strike transformers, but as you can see in this game I'm using 2 Grimlocks instead, and I'm simply trying to make a heavy striking multi-strike and just deny the first strike drawing on my team. Don't even waste my time on that, because I feel like I didn't have enough good transformers to pull that off, so I just tried to make the maximum damage I can with the multi-strike on round 2 also. And it did work quite well, like in this game it's doing decent job. I have one more character on third round, and even that if I don't get the first strike I still should be able to win the game from this point. But yeah, this all pretty much changed a lot when the Starscream came on, and of course you can still try to use the multi-strike and napalm even that there is Starscream on the field, but then you can run in the pretty bad luck and you can miss every hit, or of course with the evade book you can also hit on every hit, and that's basically a coin flip and you can do nothing about it. But yeah, let's finish this game and I show you what happens after the Starscream is on the play. And of course it didn't always matter who gets the first strike, but it's a situational, and usually it's the way that the first striker wins the game. But this game was a little bit different. But let's move on to the Starscream game. And here is an example of game after the Starscream event rewards. As you can see, many players are using pretty much similar styles. But the idea of this team I'm using is to make as much as possible single damage and don't use the multi-striking ability, so that the Starscream evade don't mess up your game. And it's pretty much still the first strike on the second turn. You want to be the player who gets the first striking and maybe hopefully take down one or two of the other player's characters and finish the game that way. But that's always basically on the luck. You can't pretty much do anything. You can use targeting one or two, but most of the times you just hit on the other player's jammer and that does nothing. But in this game I got lucky. He did jam my targeting, but I was luckily still enough to take down the Starscream he had. So now I will get the first strike on the second turn, and that can help me a lot. And of course, when he's missing one character, his damage input is much lower than usually it is. So that's always a great start for your team. And basically this luck continues, and my guys took out the opponent's Megatron, and that basically sealed the deal. I want to talk about a little about the ongoing event where we have this Archie reward, and she's giving your team a +5 first strike in damage. So already I can see a different kind of teams emerging after this event, and I think that people will start to use Archie a lot, and that way gaining the first strike advantage on every turn. And of course, those of us who are in top 150 in solo can get 2 Archies, and I was just thinking about myself this morning a build where you could have 2 Archies and maybe 2 for Cybertron Optimus Primes, and even that Prime's first strike is below 40, with 2 Archies it could be almost 50 first strike, and of course pretty heavy armor on each character of the team. And with combining that with 2 Archies, you can have a huge damage input first strike team that will deal huge first strike damage each turn and still have a hell of a lot armor. Of course, there are not many players that will have 2 Archies and 2 VRC Primes, but if you do, that would be pretty amazing team. But I think that we will see a little bit change in the teams, and there might be some kind of rock paper scissor pattern coming. If you think about that, there could be teams that are using Starscream, and there could be teams that are simply ignoring the Starscream. I don't know why, but maybe if they want to run that Archie VRC Prime team I was thinking about, but still I don't see a point leaving out Starscream because the evade is so important. But there could be first striking teams with armors emerging. Don't know, we have to see about that. But this is all from now, and I think that the next event could be Stronghold with the Devastator coming. So I think we have to wait after that to see how the PvP plays out. But of course we are not sure if it's still a PvP event, but that would be a third in a row, and it would be pretty boring to play PvP events every week. But let's see what happens, and until next time, bye.